I would like to see Chuan be a little bit more active in the pro scene. If he could find success and be on a big team again, it would be really nice to see his old personality back on the peak of esports. So much, and we're seeing all this new blood. A lot of the older players, they keep trying to get back into the scene, but it just feels like everything is changing, and especially as an old esports follower, you get so if they can somehow pop dead. He goes back into the cover of Invis. They won't manage to hit him, and Amy is going to try and work down H-Wise. It's first blood. And a lot of that came down to the fact that he around to hit Amy. Wise, we got the Bloodseeker doing quite well. He has rotated into the jungle and will be coming back. Now, how he doesn't really need to harass Chalice. If anything, and you're the Bloodseeker, first before you even think about anything else, because Chalice is not a threat. Hal will be able to sustain himself even if there is going to be that Ion Shell harassment. So Bloodseeker not really an ideal target for a Darkseer to kill. It could actually be quite scary for Chalice, because once the Bloodseeker hits that level 6, you can't go any. The kick, gonna bide some time. Ori kills Mei Chen first. Now that is good on the side of Vici, because that means that both Amy and the Queen of Pain were able to secure that EXP, whereas for the Puck, he wasn't there for the Queen of Pain EXP. So, an unfortunate situation to be in, but life is life, and only the strongest will survive. CS-wise, Bloodseeker, he is ahead of the Sven for now. So both safe laners are farming to their heart's content. Next up is Clock, who, compared to his counterpart, which is the Darkseer, doing much better than Chalice. Chalice is only able to farm now because the creep wave has gone under the tower, but even then, you look at Hao's denies. 14 denies, and Chalice's level is getting close to level 4, but you compare it to the Clockwork, who's already level 4. 4 1/4. So, looks like Young having a happy time in this bottom lane. We still see Amy roaming around. He's been a pest for this mid lane. They've been trying so hard to lock down the Puck. And even though they're trying to lock down the Puck, the CS between Ori and Waichen are not that too far apart. So, in essence, this matchup is still equalized, whether we like it or not. Got a hasted Riki here, gonna be running out in a minute. And to move into that bottom lane. Young is still here. He's on the receiving end of a little bit of harassment, but we have a scan being thrown down by the Dire. just to check if Riki is here. They know he's not here. The dive is there, the silence and the kick as well. This is the end of Mei-Chen. He phases, he hides, he's in the trees, he's ticking. The Bloodseeker aura is impacting him right now, and Ori wants him. The scream, the hit, the puck is down.
Radiant's middle tower could use
this is the most unfortunate thing if you're a puck, especially up against a Bloodseeker. You're relying a lot on mobility to keep you alive, but once you reach that threshold, and especially with how pucks teach people is not that high, it makes it so much easier to chase down that little purple dragon. Oh, the silence. Completely missing. Very nice juke there by Chalice to go further behind instead of going down through that straight path. But Chalice gonna try and burn down Hao. Puck is TP'd in and is gonna try and kill Chuan instead, but now he's lost vision of the Disruptor and Hao's gonna start working on him too. Silence deployed. It's not gonna land onto Wai-Chen. He phase shifts out and Chalice will come back to harassing Hao. So yeah, unfortunately the first movement here for Wai-Chen not too successful. He's not 6. He needs that Dream Coil before he's going to be able to achieve much more with his movement. So he's, at this point, he's not really using his time well. He was probably expecting that to be a nice, easy Disruptor kill. But Young still harassing Fonte and SD. Cogs are there. Amy's come in to help him. We're also possibly going to see Queen of Pain come in as well. The kick, the roll, the stun, the silence. They're still going after Sven. The scream, the hit, and Ori gets it. Double damage rune. Oh boy, that really hurts from a Queen of Pain. Sitting at 166 damage per hit, not including armor reduction.
Worthy tribute.
So the game looks like it's going to be a nice ball game for Vici Gaming. They have started to gain a little bit of momentum and their movements have been much more successful than Max's so far. The puck still looking to get that level 6. He's got some free time in the middle lane, so Coil will be available. He's trying to kill him off before he can get that level 6. This is actually a very good timing by Ori because it is denying Wai-Chen the level 6. But the creep wave is pushing and he should be able to get it once this next creep dies. We'll get the hit. The 6 is up and the Coil is up as well. Young is literally in the middle of 3 heroes. This could be the end of him. I hope you like sandwiches because you're going to be one in a minute. Oh, Ori's TP'd in. Going to hit Fonte. Does he have Sonic Wave? He does. Dust is deployed. The kick will miss. The God Strength is here. The puck is here as well. He wants to use Dream Coil. He's only connected onto Ori so far. They will be able to kill the Queen. Fonte, still under the effects of this Rapture, cannot move. It's 2 for 1 so far. Clockwork will respawn soon, but everyone onto Vici Gaming is in a state of retreat. They are low on mana, low on resources, so it's much safer for them to try and fight for another day. But that was the debut of the Dream Coil by Wai-Chen. He really needed that, and it paid off when they needed it the most. Looking at the net worth, we'll also jump into items. We have the Bloodseeker leading the net worth, comparing himself to the Sven, who's 3.1, not too far behind. He's actually getting very, very close to finishing up the quarter stuff that he was after. A kill onto the Darkseer. Did not see this, but I'm guessing that was all of his spells popped just to kill that Darkseer. Level 7 clock compared to the level 6 counterpart. Let's look at items. We have a Urn of Shadows coming up onto Young. We also have a whole bunch of things on Amy. He actually wants to pick this up, but yeah, he can't really grab that till he gets back to Fountain. Ankle Boots, Smoke, everything you could ask for. And Hao gets another kill, this time onto the Warlock. That was with the help of Chuan as well. And this is where the ball gets rolling for Vici Gaming. Every single time that Rupture is on cooldown, they need to get a kill. So every single time they grab a kill, it's pretty much a mission success. And the cooldown is very short. It's a minute. So every minute you can be looking for a kill with Hao. And especially when Chuan hits that level 6, heck, even 3-point Etic Glimpse is enough to kill practically anybody on the side of Max, because that glimpse is going to send you back.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Mask of Madness, by the way, is also completed on our Sven, so Fonte's farm will speed up a little bit more. He's also got the Glove of Haste. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be a Hand of Midas. He's probably just saving this up for treads or something of the sort. Just getting the extra attack speed for now.
Not much good's happening
Just
to
benefiting
Radiant's
him
bottom
as a
tower.
Sven in general. Sven's attack speed early on is not very impressive. Picked up on the Darkseer. What's the recovery here for Chalice though? So Chalice's net worth is under the puck so far, not too far from the clock. So Chalice, as long as he gets a little bit of time to sit down and pull himself together and get that farm to finish up the mech, he should be okay for his team, because his role this time is to set up to keep his team sustained. Hookshot in the middle lane, does not land on the priority target. Actually just going to be Fontaine running away, but we have someone else come in. It's the puck who's silenced. Can they finish him? He's going to phase out. He's ticking to this magnetize. He should go down. HY as well. There's also going to be the rupture onto the Warlock. They can't go anywhere. They're also going to look for Fonte, who's in the jungle, going to be caught in the kinetic field. Howard's here. The stun is there. He's still running for the glimpse as well. And Chuan sending Max to an early grave for his team. This tower will drop as well. Practically a sneeze away. They're also going to use up the glyph to buy time and also refresh the glyph when that tower drops. This has been a bit of free time here for Chalice, but he's going to have to amp up that farm tenfold if he wants to be useful, because at this point of time, he's dead weight. His team cannot use him unless that mech is up. So Chalice, hopefully he gets that free time that he so desires and finishes up the mech for his team, and maybe they have a fighting chance, because it's not easy when you're running heroes such as Puck and Warlock up against that blasted Bloodseeker. Ruptured. What do you really do? So your options are very limited.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Update on these items. So got both recipes available onto Chalice. He's getting very close to finishing that mech. He just needs these last two components, and then we're going to have him ready for at least a 13.5-minute fight. Now we do have the entire max lineup here, but we might see some people get cut out, or at least cut off. We have Chuan coming in from the back, the rupture onto Weishin. He's going to try and orb away, but Chuan is here. The silence as well. This puck ain't going anywhere, and neither is that Warlock. Unfortunately for Ricky, he's going to go into the ult, but with detection here and a clockwork to block his way, he's not going anywhere. And Fonte came into the fight at the wrong place at the wrong time. He wants to run away, but the field is here. The silence from Hal. And that's going to be the team. Done and dusted. Dead and dead. This tower is going to drop as well. Very unfortunate fight there for Max. They went in expecting it to be a-okay, but the backstab from Chuan. The silence as well. The Static Storm just completely ruining the backline Warlock and the Puck, who was trying to at least get away. Got HY coming in from the side. He's got a smoke available. Silences deployed. Chalice needs to run away from that silence as well. They're going to keep on chasing with Sin. He's got no Dream Coil. They can't do anything. There is no chase on this team. This is the thing with Max's team. They don't have anyone like a Tusk Snowball. They need this Dream Coil. They don't even have anything like a Blink Sand King to pursue these targets. The moment Vici runs away, no coil, no good. This golem looks cool. Why does everyone have all these cool golems and then my golem just golem? For some reason my microphone keeps getting triggered in game. There we go. I think
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
But it's looking very good here for Vici Gaming. They've got a 16 kills on Max so far. Max only sitting at 3. The state of the game is looking very dull. Very dull. That makes more sense. Chalice is just running in circles. He's like, am I ruptured? Am I ruptured, guys? The Rupture is gone, but my goodness, did he lose HP? Oh, they don't quite get him inside, but I don't think it matters. He's gonna try it all the way. Look at Amy. Oh, the glimpse. They just needed the Earth Spirit for the vision. Back to go. Down bottom as well, we have a Smoke. They're trying to go for Clockwork, and they will grab him. So Fonte, along with the help of HY, were able to secure a kill. But meanwhile, in this top lane, we've lost SJ. Chalice is here. They're still holding this tower down. HY's TP'd in as well. Looks like Chuan's gonna be sending this poor Ricky back, or he's gonna TP out, but I think they know at this point Chuan might die. He's TPing out. He looks okay. There's nothing to cancel. And at the end of the day, it looks like it's going to be a victory still for Vici Gaming as they managed to grab the kills that they were after. A Puck and a Warlock for their Clock, who died in that bottom lane. Grabs spiraling out of control, and it's 15 minutes. And the Queen of Pain is looking very royal right now. She has her Veil of Discord, going to be going for the Orchid next, and after that Orchid, the Bloodthorn is going to benefit the team so much. Rafonte with the Blink, does he consider killing off Ori? He needs help with the Riki if he's going to accomplish this. The Smoke is so key.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Fonte's not going to be able to catch the Queen if Queen walks this far out, so they will see her back out, I believe. No, they caught side. They have. There's a ping. They caught. Okay, there is going to be one here. Going to be throwing the field up as well. Very risky to go up into the high ground. He's just going to see the entire team. Throws a silence as well. He's going to try and back on out of here. They're going to put the ward up to Chalice to join the fight. Chuan the only one to die. And Vici Gaming, they're going to take that as a sign and say, okay, Chuan, we're going to have to let you go. Just try and stall. Will this get dewarded eventually though? Because this just got delivered. Yeah, there's going to be one set of wards and then sentries, so they know this is here. Oh, how did they know he was there? I know why. It was this. So it's guaranteed. They know. They know. The wards that Chuan put out paid off so much. How looking very rich right now. Looks like there's going to be a jungle invasion by Vici Gaming. Going to be taking over Max's safe haven. It's no longer a safe haven. Smoke, though, from our Radiant squad, they need to get a kill with this Smoke because so far their progress has not been working out for them. You can tell by the EXP and the gold that it's just going in favor of Vici all the way. The EXP in particular is very telling of the situation. And they may possibly lose somebody if they're not careful about this initiation. They have Fonte to start the fight, but you technically would need SJ more to get a good rock down, but they managed to find him instead. The Glimpse is going to send him back, and that's going to be the Golem down. No Golem. Oh, I don't know if you want to be fighting into this at all. If you are Max, maybe just want to back out. Chalice is just going to sit there, gets kicked back. He was sitting there with the Rupture. My screen stopped moving. The Puck Wheel is there. They're going to try and kill off Young, but this stupid cogs, they just can't get through them. They're losing the puck. Fonte's running. Oh man, that looked almost okay, but the cogs from this Clockwork are just a pain. And they also just see HY? Is there detection? He's gonna try and do something. He just pops the smoke. The Riki knows he can't accomplish anything. He's really not in a state where he can even just go up to anyone and hit them. His damage is abysmal. 66 plus 10. He's trying to go for the Diffusal Blade, but it's going to be a while before the Riki's even going to get one. Update on items as well. Veil. Orchid is done as well. 4-staff completed very shortly here on Amy. And once this 4-staff is done, not only are you going to be kicked, but you will also be 4-staffed if you are hit with that done Rupture. And I don't think you even need a Rupture to kill this man. Oh man. Rip. And oh, they've also found the Rupture here onto Shen. He's just going to try and orb out of here, but they know roughly where he is. Goes onto SJ. SJ. They want to kill the Warlock. They just don't want to give this Warlock a chance. They don't want to give him any chance to throw the rock down. The rock down onto 2, into Queen of Pain, and onto the Earth Spirit. They break the coil, Vacuum back as well. 2 are dead. Now there's this chance. They want to jump onto Hal. This chase isn't there. They're going to find the Queen of Pain. And SJ here with the clockwork. Queen of Pain blinks on out. They're going to still chase after these heroes, but can they really get them? Look at the positioning of everyone on Max. Everyone is disorientated. Puck is down. And Clockwork killed off the Puck. They might be able to get him. Do they have a jump available? There's no mana left on the Riki. He's gonna deny himself. Oh, the Golem kills him. Oh man, the Golem killed him. What a way to die. The Golem killed him. Oh man. That was a crazy team fight. But the good news is that it ended up being a 2k advantage on the side of Max just for getting those kills. So for Vici, this is the reason why they can't afford to let that Golem drop, because if the Warlock can get the Golem down as well as the Fatal Bonds, that's where things start to go haywire, because the HP pool of Vici's heroes, they're not very good yet, not very strong. 1.4k on the Queen of Pain, Earth Spirit's 1.3k, but if you just put the Fatal Bonds onto each other, they have big HP pools, so they can really start to chew at each other's HP. So we're getting some pings here. I'm not too sure if they think it's blocked or if they think it's something else. I can't quite put these pings to words, but we have Amy on the high ground, going to be helping out Chuan by giving him a little bit of extra vision, and also he's going to sit here in case someone is possibly going to come and contest this Roche. Now, looking at Max's position, they do have an idea that this is here. There's no rock for 50 seconds, and without that rock, I don't see them being able to take this Roche back. So they've abandoned it. They're going to keep on farming with Fonte, who is not sitting in too bad of a spot, but he needs this BKB so desperately. So desperately, but even then, I don't think the BKB is going to solve all of his issues. Oh, Fonte. Fonte's really struggled. 4 deaths, 2 kills, 1 assist. He hasn't really been able to contribute to these fights. He's just too short ranged, and it's just this Bloodseeker pick is completely messing with him.
Tower needs some help.
Death's bounty.
Dire have fortified their structures. Dire's top tower is under attack.
These items have made it push coming out from Vici. And Max, they're gonna have to just concede this tower. There is no way they're going to defend Dire's bottom. There is 0 chance of them winning down there unless they have an initiation advantage. Fonte in the meantime is going to try and push this bottom lane. He's gonna hide in the trees and go for an instant TP. His team is looking to engage in the middle instead. Do they go? Do they go? They're letting the tower drop. They want to back out. They don't. They're sending HY forward so they can get that preemptive vision. Amy's still here, but at this point it looks like he's just going to be putting down a ward to see if he can spot anything else. So his team says HY,
denied their top tower,
but it's just a Riki. This Riki, he's really not anything. The Riki is just a fly on the wall.
Middle tower. Middle
Take a look at buyback status as well. If you're Max, you need to consider having some sort of buyback, but look at the buyback. There is nothing here. No one's home. Literally nobody is home. So if any of these heroes die now, this could mean trouble, and especially when you're trying to smoke, this could be even worse. It's a smoke versus smoke. Max on the low ground, Vici on the high ground. We've got 1 smoke pop. They roughly know where they are, and there's so much mobility. They're gonna go straight away onto Hal, but he gets forced off to the low ground. He gets pulled back up by the Darkseer, the silence, the wall. They've killed off this bloody, they've killed off the bloody Bloodseeker, and they're gonna try and look for more. No, they've taken the kills. They've forced the buyback, and they want to retreat. That was a perfect situation for Max. That small choke, the blink forward by Fonte, the ballsiness to start the fight and help his team with the initiation is what won that for them. And with that 2 kills for 2 kills. They got 1,400 gold, pretty much. And that was also a buyback from the Bloodseeker. Looks like they might be looking for Chalice. Chalice thought he was safe. He's already popped his Guardian Greaves. The kick! Oh! A bit too slow, but the range, it was just the right range. Sometimes I wonder how these Earth Spirits know when their range is just enough to catch out those TPing targets. Which I didn't spot out how. His team knows he's there. He's still waddling about, looking to grab that. Looks like it's going to be a MKB. So he actually needs that extra... He needs to get the guaranteed hits because this halberd is also being a bit of an issue here for Fonte. Because the mischance onto How, they can't actually afford to miss these spells on How. They need it to land. And luckily for them, because they're running a repeat, they can get quick little pickups like this. They're going to go for Chuan. Just there. Beautiful play. Almost getting hit with the hook shot, but here we go. Candy out-juke the team in silence. The dust is halfway. He's dead. He's dead. Being a nuisance yet again, just to make sure that Chuan's not around. But technically, by the time Chuan respawns, there's going to be no repeat for the next 30 seconds. This is buying time for Fonte still. That MKB will eventually come back up. Also got a little bit of farming space here for SJ. He so desperately needs this Glimmer Cape. He just needs to survive. Just every single time he just gets hounded on by someone on Vici. I'm very impressed with Max's way of recovering in this game. They had a terrible early game, but these fights, they're starting to get a little bit better, especially when it comes to the team fight execution. Ori blinking forward, will not find his target. Fonte playing ultra safe now. He needs to make sure that he lives because he is the saving grace for his team. Vici, I'm wondering what they're waiting for now. If it's a possible item, are they waiting for a Roche timing? Looking at everything, BKB is already done on Ori, and this is going to be a 10-second BKB. 4-star, Halberd, Blade Mail. I think it's a BKB as well on this Bloodseeker. Not coming anytime soon. That's going to be for sure. By the time they try and wait for these items, they might be going uphill into a flurry of spells. Young's up there. They're spotted up by HY. They go straight for the hookshot onto this Warlock. Will he have a chance to do anything? The 2-man stuns. It looks like they're stuck. The wall gets thrown down. The rock gets thrown down as well, but only onto one. It's only onto Young. They're going to try and chase him down. 3 heroes. They've still got Fonte in the front lines. He's popped his extra armor. The coil as well. He's left by himself. His team is here. They can't kill Lockdown, though. He breaks the coil. Fonte's still running. He's ticking to the dagger. He finally drops. There's 2 heroes dead on the side of Vici, while only 1 is down for Max, but Fonte is the damage on the side of Max. They need him. His team is still hiding inside the pit. They will not pursue, will they? Oh, there's a glimpse. Who was that? That was HY. They've managed to find Chuan as well. Max. The decision making so far has been, it's improved since the beginning of the game. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to see the entire layout of that fight, but pretty sure the graphs will tell us anyway. Vici's lead is now non-existent. It is now dipping into the line of middleness. That's not even a word, but it's pretty much at the middle of the graph now. So it looks like for now Max is recovering very well, especially EXP. It's dipping in their favor. And level-wise, are we getting close to level 20 talents? We're going to be seeing Sven's level 20 talents soon, so he's got a lot of options available for him if he wants to grab that. Queen of Pain very close to her talents as well. We'll have to see what they want to go for on Ori. He will be a pain in the backside though. He's gone for Shivas, so he will have that bonus armor to mitigate a lot of the Sven's incoming damage. And also he's going to have that Orchid, which could also prove to be an annoyance, especially for the Puck if the Yules is not available, because Waishan is still available, vulnerable, not available to silences, but vulnerable to silences. His HP pool is not incredible. He is still quite squishy. Chalice was going to get caught out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's just Amy. No hook shots. No hook shots. Oh! HY gonna be scouting out the jungle. Is there a gem? There is actually a gem on Ori, so if HY isn't careful, he could just get picked off. And if he does get picked off, that will also scout out the gem for his team, assuming he clicks on the right hero. So buyback status, we only have one on the Huck, so buybacks are still not a priority for these teams yet. It's just 30 minutes in, but could already tell us some of these full-fledged fights are actually starting to kick some of these teams in the balls, because you lose a crucial hero right off the bat, suddenly you're at a huge disadvantage. And we've seen so far in this game, if you lose a big hero first, you will normally win these fights. And Max, they've been very good with their reactions. They've got a lot of team fight ultimates that can back each other up. The most vulnerable and valuable team member on the side of Max is actually this Warlock, SJ. He's gotten a couple of good Warlock golems off, and then there's been a couple where the chaotic offerings have been just thrown onto one target to not only save himself, but to help his team lock them down so that they can kill them. I'm expecting another smoke here as well for Max. Off we go. Journey to the other side of the world, and who will they find? Because they knew there were a couple of heroes in the top lane. They showed themselves briefly. Do they know where to find anybody though? I'm gonna go to the right hand side. Who do they find? They're seeing a scan. No one's going through that way. They're all playing it safe and going right in front of the Ancient. The map is black. The map is empty. I have no idea where they're going. They're gonna stay near the shrine. Instead, they're gonna go back onto their side of the map, unable to find their prey. Continue on with this game of cat and mouse. Is it finished? No, it's not finished. We still need the mystic stuff. It's got no buyback either. Looks like Vici looking very confident, barreling down this middle lane. Max on the high ground. Fonte will walk down the middle lane. He has got his teammates behind him. And Vici, they know something's up. They're not going straight for this bait. They know that the team is missing, so they're expecting his team to sit behind him. And Hal's going to end up going back into the farming game. Back into the top lane. The creep wave is pushing, and his team is also retreating. Roche is going to be up in a second, so this is going to be an important asset for both teams to secure. Grabbing the Aegis and also the cheese. If Max can get this, I actually believe Max are going to be able to turn some of these fights around. But the same could be said for Vici. Both of them have had lots of struggles trying to kill heroes off. And once they kill one, they're out of gas and they find it difficult to kill another. Oh, they're going to go around. They're going to go around. Vici on the hunt again. In the bush. And they're going to kill Fonte in the top lane. Fonte! He knows something's up. The ward. The ward. I don't know if the ward saw anything, but oh, they hit him with the hook shot. Oh no. Oh, this is it. This is it. Fonte's down. He has buyback, however, but that was... yeah, that was it. And there's also pings. They knew there were wards here. They said, guys, how did he know? He blinked. He knew. He knew. And that was a bit of a misplay there for Fonte. Because you didn't know where the enemies were, you've got to be very careful. Unless you see somebody... That's enough of me talking. That's enough of me talking. There must have been an idea behind Fonte to actually stay there. Roshan's being attempted, and without their spend, they don't want to use the buyback, so this is just going to have to be a dead Roshan. Aegis and Cheese going into Vici's pockets.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Waishin gonna be picking up a nice rune. This arcane rune could come in handy for the upcoming fights if Vici Gaming do decide to press the issue now. But it looks like in the meantime, they're going to head back to lanes. Are they waiting for the next items? They've got a Shiva. The Shivas are still coming here for Queen, but I'm not too sure when Ori will finish it with this next wave. So Shiva's almost completed. Outside of that, we've got the Staff of Wizardry So it looks like for Disruptor, he is actually going to be grabbing a 4-staff. They're going to need this for the upcoming team point as well. No other components, but for Max, in the meantime, they should be able to get their own items up. I think this is a 4-staff. It's a Yule Scepter actually for the Riki. He wants to have that, he wants to have the Purge for himself. He wants to be able to get rid of the silencers. Silencers have been a real pain, and also to keep himself alive. That's also another reason why you want to be picking up the Yules. If you're in the middle of 5 heroes, Yules yourself up. It'll buy you some time. You can also do tricks of the trades as well, I guess. That's like the advantage of running Vici. You get like a free Yules anyway, one that you can't cancel. And then that seems to be it for components. I'm not seeing anything outside of this MKB that's eventually going to be coming out of Fonte. This top T2 is gone for. It's done. It doesn't want to live anymore.
Radiant's top tower is Radiant's top tower has
Tower is down. And now it's up to Vici on when they want to finish this game. If they want to do it now, or if they want to wait for the next set of item pickups. If they can grab a pick-off or going high ground with Aegis and Cheese, that would be even better. Because considering how everyone is saving up their money, there is only buybacks available on Puck and Darkseer. Everyone is going all out with these items. No respect at all for these buybacks. I was expecting the teams to start at least holding on to buybacks 36 minutes in, because the death timers are starting to rack up. And especially with Aegis Cheese, you have to know that your enemy is going to eventually start pushing high ground. You need those buybacks for high ground.
See this coming.
Under the prowl, joining up with his team. Trying to find the jungle. This will confine Max into their own base. There are wards everywhere. So unfortunately for them, if they leave the base and they get spotted by these wards, they are dunzos, deadzos, rip. So for now, Max can only sit inside their base and wait for this potential push. Butterfly will be inbound here for Hal. It's gonna be a while, so I'm wondering if they wait Butterfly or if they go straight up without it. Because the blink has just been finished on Amy. Also got a 4-staff coming up on the clockwork later on. Queen of Pain not really indicating to us what she wants to pick up. We have a Clinically and a Ghost Staff coming up for Chuan, so he's trying to ensure his own safety. His safety is very important because you need to have these glimpses, especially once you start chasing. Because I've seen Max, they've been hounding Chuan whenever he oversteps his lines and plays a bit too far forward.
A gift from the Tempest of Battle.
Oh boy. Oh boy, why he's surrounded, he's silenced as well, he's going to die. He's gonna use the cogs are there, they'll push him out, and his killing spree is over. He has buyback, but this is an ideal time to push him out for Vici Gaming. Force out the buyback, make this worth it, slow down the item progression on that Puck, because he is so close to finishing up his ultimate orb. He really, really wants his Lincoln Spheres. Oh man, did I catch someone else out as well? Chalice in the top lane, silence from Chuan, he's stuck inside the field and the silence. How is here? Amy with the kick too, doing all that damage. And Max, have they been complacent? We've got Fonte here, they're gonna drop the rock, trying to kill off Hal, pops his BKB. Cheese is done. They've also got the kill here onto Amy, so the Sven's doing some work, but he's eventually going to start running out of God Strength, so he needs to start running. The vision is there by Chuan. Or are you going to try and man-fight the Sven? Young is here as well. He's ready to throw those cogs down, and Fonte is dead. Max, they have overstayed their boundaries, but they're going after Bloodseeker. They really need to get him with this Riki. The Yules gonna buy him a little bit of extra time. Was that a Yules from the Riki? Did he use?
Double kill.
Oh no! He used. How? Was that an error? Was that an error? Oh man, I don't know if that was an error or not. Okay, I'm not too sure how to break that down. I'll let you guys absorb that, but Hao didn't die. They were trying so hard to kill him off. Now, no buybacks have been used yet. They don't have a buyback on Vici. Wall is thrown as well. BKB on Ori. That's forced out BKB on the Queen of Pain. Forced out BKB. And luckily here for Max, they haven't been forced to use a buyback yet, so maybe that fight there for Max was a saving grace? They didn't lose the Aegis, did they? They did lose the Aegis. Aegis expired, the cheese was used, and high ground is no longer safe, and we're obviously going to start getting some packet loss. Maybe if the game hits 40 minutes, that's when the packet loss starts to come. I don't get this. It was so good.
Silent killer.
A prize.
The game is still watchable, so it's not all gone and it's not all dead. Now hiding under the cover of Invis, he wants to find somebody to munch on, and he's going in the right direction as well. There are a lot of max heroes here. Are there any gems? No gems? They're instead going to be going after Weishen. We're going to be heading into lane. They are all here. Hao still has not been revealed. The scan actually being used. They know roughly where he is. It will be too late. It will be too late. They weren't able to fight that. I'm gonna get him. So Max is gonna be safe and sound in their base for longer now. Buybacks are starting to kick in, so eventually we will be seeing some buybacks for these possible high ground pushes for Vici. But Vici, they spent a lot of this in farming. They've been trying to get all these items to ensure their high ground push, but hopefully this is going to be enough to help them push on through, because high ground is still always going to be an issue. No matter what items you have, if you don't initiate properly, it could cause a lot of problems. And as it stands, it looks like Max are the ones to apply this pressure instead of Vici. They are going to stick around in this bush because they're hoping someone farms middle lane. We've seen a lot of Vici spreading out when they farm, but they're all in the jungle. We could actually see Young.
Radiant's top tower has
He's not going to go. They finally see some of these max heroes. Finally see him. Excuse me, guys. Okay, no buyback on the Queen, actually picking up her Maelstrom first. A bit worried this could be a bit greedy, but assuming that Ori plays safely, it shouldn't be too bad of an idea. Hal's still farming away. Not actually going for the butterfly anymore, but going for a Lincoln Sphere. He wants to ensure his own life, but oh, they didn't find him. Nice blink out by our Bloodseeker. The stun will miss. They're gonna go after Chuan if they can. H.Y is chasing. Queen of Pain is here with the Shivas. Coming in from the side is Amy. Yules is there. He's gonna go straight into the tricks of the trade. The vacuum wall, they've lost their Disruptor. They've lost their Earth Spirit. In the back lines, the Warlock is going down. He's already thrown his Golem. It's okay, but it's 2 down as well. Chalice is dead. Hookshot onto the high ground. Not quite finding their target, but finally the spam will be dropping. His BKB, his duration is too short. The Riki soon to follow, and the Puck gonna be chased up by Ori. Hit with that Orchid Silence. Stuck in the corner, the Yules is there. Blink is not available for 3. He's got the Phase Shift Orb combo. Gonna be not TPing to the Shrine. Instead gonna be going through the bottom. But that fight turning out to be quite a disaster for Max, as they've lost everyone except for Weishen. And they're going to have to use some buybacks to defend this Rax if they want to have a chance of round number 2. I'm going to bring Weishen back in. Are these buybacks going to eventually come? Or do they give these Raxes away? Do they come in with the Warlock? It's 18 seconds till Chalice comes back. Silence from Weishen. He's just there to harass them. Tower is down. Melee Rax is not going to be feeling too confident. He's like, where's my team? Where's my team? You should be protecting me. And they're going to go straight after the tower instead. They're ignoring that secondary Rax. They want to go for 2 Raxes. They're going to be able to get this if Max is not going to use those buybacks. It really looks like Max is banking on a big fight. They're hoping that Vici stick around for too long. They will not get the puck. The kick lands onto the wall of the Rax is happening. There's going to be a vacuum coil. Vacuum coil by Chalice and Weishen. But there's no follow-up They're possibly going to at least get Chuan, but that combo, if they manage to have follow-up, they could have killed the entire Vici lineup. They just needed a blink stun from Fonte to have that connect properly. Oh, that combo was scary. But it's now on cooldown. There is still wall available. Coil will be back up soon. It's only on a 30-second cooldown right now, so round 2 is still available, but for them to get another chance at that vacuum into Coil combo, it's going to be impossible. Because Vici, they are so spread out when these fights happen. They're respecting the Warlock Golem and they're respecting the vacuum combo as well. Maybe going to the low ground to kill off Ori. He's got a link in. HY is here. There is no gem on the Queen. Does Young have a gem? These wards. Very nice backwards wards coming out here from Vici. Just to spot out if they can find any... Just to spot out max heroes if they come and go from the base. Possibly... Okay, they should have seen the puck. He's looking in range of this. They won't see anyone on the high ground. Seeing a courier come on through. Is this a smoke? That's a smoke. It'll be put in the stash, so they're not going to commit the smoke. Chuan, looking happy as can be. Young as well, being an annoying little clockwork. He's in such a pain, especially with the halberd. He's just completely destroying the Sven. He's getting disarmed left, right, and center.
Invisibility.
The BKB duration as well on Sven, it's 6 seconds. It's not enough for Sven anymore. It looks like we're going to be seeing this Ricky himself spotted out with the gem. Clockwork saying goodbye. Moving on to one more. It's the Warlock who's going to go for a Glimmer Cape, but this is not going to save his life. He needs to break the cogs. He's not going to get it. Neither of them have buyback. Shallows as well doesn't have a buyback available, I believe. He doesn't have buyback, and he got killed off with the Rupture and Queen of Pain. Fonte's by himself, getting a stun. BKB trying to kill off one. He gets just a Clockwork, but now it's going to be Hao and Ori versus Fonte with Chuan and Amy. This Sven versus 4 is going to do nothing. There is a buyback available, but the gem's on the deck. Clockwork died. He's actually brought back, and there's only going to be two of them left. GG by Chalice. Crash and burn as well coming from our Darkseer. And that's going to be it. Max dropping this up against Vici. Excuse me, guys. My voice is disappearing. So, guys, I hope you... Vici, not IG. Did I say Vici? I did, right? I said Vici. I have no idea. But thanks for watching Max versus Vici. So the next matchup is